Welcome to Player Style Files, your all-access pass to the top players' lives and style beyond the locker room and off the field.
My first big watch purchase I bought, I'm still enamored with it.
My whole life I've wanted a car nobody else has.
I ended up buying this car 2 years ago. A little treat to myself.
If I'm obsessed with anything, it would be fitness.
Winning the Super Bowl was unbelievable.
I define my fighting style the Mayweather style.
Started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Today on Player Style Files, we're off to Sin City to meet pro boxer and reigning WBO welterweight champ Manny Pacquiao.
Everybody knows my life, my past. You know, we came from nothing into something.
And we'll hear what songs made it onto pro strongman Robert Oberst's pregame playlist.
The best song to lift to while you're working out, Rob Bailey, Hungry. By far the best. It'll get anybody excited to work out. My grandma can pick up a car listening to it.
But first up, let's check in with the undefeated #1 ranked pound-for-pound champ Floyd Mayweather.
My name is Floyd Making Money Mayweather. I fight at 2 weight classes, welterweight, super welterweight, / junior middleweight. And the money team is my team. My favorite place to be is where I live at, in Las Vegas, Nevada. You could do anything 24 hours a day. When I'm not boxing, I like to go see different shows that's on the strip in different hotels. I like to be at my home in Miami. I like to jet ski. I like to go for a cruise on a yacht. I do play video games, actually. I like to play Mega Touch. It's a touch screen game that I have in my home. I have 3 Mega Touches. I can remember when I used to have 1 Mega Touch, and it used to be big problems. People used to argue about the game. But now I got 3, so it's no more problems. I'm a watch collector. I have a lot of watches. You know, PETA is not gonna like this, but I like to wear mink, ostrich, alligator, and python. Someone that's over at PETA right now is probably judging me, but they're judging me for wearing different animals, which I didn't personally go out and kill the animal. All I did was go to the store and purchase it.
Do you have any pre-fight rituals?
You know what else about PETA? Guess what? They're probably eating steak, sitting on a leather sofa, with some leather sneakers on. That's PETA for you. Do I have a favorite car? I would probably say a Rolls Royce. Why? It's because classic, beautiful, elegant Rolls Royce. I don't have a favorite athlete. I like so many different athletes. Carl Lewis, Mary Lou Retton, Edwin Moses, Greg Louganis. You know, I've always loved the Olympics, and it was my dream someday to go compete in the Olympics, and I made it to the Olympics. I didn't win gold, I didn't win silver, I received a bronze. It was a good experience. My favorite sport to watch, college football, Oregon Ducks. Really, when you live in Las Vegas, you cannot have a specific team. But the Oregon Ducks have made me millions. And put an S on the back of that, millions. I feel like if I'm taught anything, I can master it. I was born into boxing. My dad was a fighter. Both of my dad's brothers were fighters. And his other brother that wasn't a fighter, he did box in the Army. No pre-fight rituals. I'm never nervous, always calm, always relaxed. My style really hasn't changed, but I'm able to adapt and make adjustments extremely quick. I define my fighting style the Mayweather style. What makes the Mayweather style different from any other style? Well, I've yet to be beaten with the Mayweather style. So I like to call the style undefeated. Got a new name for it, the Mayweather style. It's called undefeated.
Coming up, Floyd Mayweather bobs and weaves us through his musical playlist.
I like sitting at the dock of the bay, so that's country. Even though he's a black guy, singing country, country music really doesn't, have a color.
Manny Pacquiao shows his appreciation for his humble beginnings.
I feel happy because of their support. They drove here far away just to take a picture with me.
And Robert Oberst treats us to a heaping pile of Mongolian BBQ. And don't forget, for more player style files and pregame playlists, check us out at cbslocalsports.com. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Player Style Files, your all-access pass to top athletes' lives and style on and off the field. Still to come, pugilist Manny Pacquiao hits the speed bag. And we'll hear what song Strongman Robert Oberst jams to before hitting the gym. But first, Floyd Makin' Money Mayweather shares what smooth jams he's listening to in his Rolls Royce.
This is Floyd Mayweather, and this is my pre-game playlist. I can't say just one, specific artist, but right now, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, MC Hammer, LL Cool J, Run DMC, and Drake. But right now, I think Lil Wayne he's at the top. One song that defines me is We Are the Champions by Queen. What I'm playing right now in my car, I like old school R&B, 112, Jodeci, Guy, because, I feel like, you can't be riding around in a nice Rolls Royce bumping no hardcore rap. It just don't go together. Nice Rolls Royce, you want some Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, Shirley Murdoch, classic music. I give everything a chance. I can't just say I don't listen to music. You don't ever know what you do or what you don't like till you give it a try. Country music, I'm pretty sure I probably have a country song. So I like sitting at the dock of the bay, so that's country. Even though he's a black guy singing country, but country music really doesn't, have a color. I don't know what's the most embarrassing song because I don't download my own music. So whoever downloads my music, you download some bull crap. You better come back to my house and fix it.
Now let's go ringside to check in on the Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao.
Hi, Manny Pacquiao, and you're watching Player Style Files. I think everybody knows my life, Everybody knows my life, my past, my childhood, everything. And, we came from nothing into something. We meet by chance because supposedly on that day we fly back to Philippines, but the flight is canceled because there's a storm. We could not fly. We have nothing to do in our hotel, so we decided to watch a basketball game. And surprisingly, when we get there, we saw Mayweather there. When the fight was announced, I feel like relief from the question from the fans over and over again. When I step to the ring, I feel like millions of people behind me expecting for the victory. So that's the pressure that I have when I'm fighting. I feel happy because of their support. They drove here far away from other place and then just to take a picture with me and sign an autograph. So, and it's an honor and thankful to them for their support. After boxing, focus on my other job as a public servant and helping people, and also focus on give more time to the family.
Coming up.
I like ballad songs and love songs like that.
My deadlift, I've pulled 880 pounds in show, which is 400 kilos.
And don't forget, for more player style files and pregame playlists, check us out at cbslocalsports.com. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Player Style Files, your all-access pass to top athletes' lives and style on and off the field. Iconic boxing champion Manny Pacquiao. What songs is he training to in the ring? Let's check it out on his pregame playlist.
Hi, Manny Pacquiao, and this is my pregame playlist. I like ballad songs, and, love songs like that. Before I listen Shakira songs, and now I listen worship songs. Singer Whitney Houston, and the who play music is Elton John. Yes, I have new album released now in the Philippines called Lalaban Ako Para Sa Pilipino. I will fight for the people, for the Filipino.
Now over to Oregon to pump some serious iron with Strongman Robert Oberst.
My name's Robert Oberst. I'm 6'8", 400 pounds. Yes, 400 pounds. And you're watching Player Style Files. My nickname is OB, as it stands right now. It started out in 3rd grade as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then it went down to Obi-Wan, then just to OB. It kind of morphs over time, but by the time you see this, it'll just be O. So my favorite lift in the gym is bench press, but with the specialty stuff that I do, I like the log press. It's something I'm really, really good at. I've got the #1 press in the history of America, and #2 press in the history of the whole world. I definitely enjoy that one. I learned my lesson about how to drop the log when I was getting started in this game. I got this nice little scar here to remind me, always throw it away from your toes. I'm definitely obsessed with training. It's a full-time thing, you know, it's my full-time job. It's what I live and eat, dream, sleep, everything. It's constantly on my mind. I don't really get to do anything that affects it in a negative way because it's so important that I feel good and compete well. In fact, I think you could define my lifting style as just obsessive. It's ridiculous. It's definitely overboard. I got into weightlifting 3.5 years ago. A friend of mine, he asked me to just come out and try this, and he was obsessed, totally obsessed. So I went out, and the first day I ever did anything, I broke an amateur world record on a log press, and I asked him, was that any good? He told me, he's like, pissed off and told me to leave, but just stuck ever since. And so now my max bench press is about 650 pounds. My squat is right under 1,000. And my deadlift, I've pulled 880 pounds in show, which is 400 kilos. With my diet, I eat about 6-7 times a day. My favorite meal of all times is something I don't get to eat much because it's not on my meal plan. I love pizza. I love pizza. Whenever I get cheat days, I pound as much pizza as my body will take in. But as of what I eat now, the best thing I go with, there's a Mongolian spot in town that I get some clean meat with some rice, and that's really good too. I don't know. He doesn't either. We don't mess around with all the vegetables and all that stuff. We go straight for the meat, the good stuff. So you just fill up this entire bowl with all meat. He doesn't even get to do that. He's got to eat pretty, so he gets to watch me eat.
You gotta eat pretty to look pretty, right?
You trying to say I'm ugly?
No.
Fire.
Delicious. That'll make a monster out of you. If I wasn't a professional strongman right now, I think I'd be an underwear model. I'm pretty sure I've got the right body type and stuff. I'd see myself in the mirror when I'm wearing my underwear and I think, yeah, that's pretty good. With this beard, I think I'd probably be able to take over the world like that. One of the things I'm most proud of is how fast I got good at this sport. It took me no time at all to get my pro card, and a month after that, I competed at America's Strongest Man with 3 fractured ribs and 2 dislocated ribs, and I got 3rd place. I broke an American record and just came out of nowhere and blew everybody's mind. And I never allowed myself to be complacent. I never thought that I was good enough. So, it's something I'm really proud of, how fast I got good at this. The hardest thing that most people don't understand about what I do is it's a 365-day, 24-hour-a-day sort of thing. It's a lot of work. I don't get to come home and drink and party and all that stuff. I've got to be focused mentally and on lifting all the time. I've got to eat right. I spend a lot of time stretching and working out the little parts of my body that need to recover. It takes a lot of time, a lot of work. Before competition, I do something that I started way back when I was playing football. I visualize success. I visualize everything that I want to do, everything that I can do, and I see myself succeeding. I see myself winning. I see myself doing well. I sit there and just go over and over in my head while I'm laying in bed, and I see every lift, I see every movement, and it really, really helps. It helps you focus. And then when you get in the show, when there's a crowd and the pressure's on and your body's sore, you've already seen it happen. You've already seen yourself succeed, so it really helps you mentally. If I want to be the strongest man who ever lived, I want to be the best, and I won't stop until I am.
Coming up.
I would describe my musical style as, I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. It's like eclectic. Okay, that's not what I would have used, but it sounds good.
And don't forget, for more player style files and pregame playlists, check us out at cbslocalsports.com. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Player Style Files, your all-access pass to top athletes' lives and style on and off the field. Which song gets Robert Oberst in the mood to lift cars? Let's check out his pregame playlist.
Hi, I'm Robert Oberst, and this is the pregame playlist. Music is a huge part of my life. I listen to it all the time when I'm in the car, I'm at the gym, right before shows. I'm constantly listening to music, and I love it. I would describe my musical style as, I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. It's different types, all different types. Eclectic? Okay, that's not what I would have used, but it sounds good. The best song to lift to while you're working out, Rob Bailey, Hungry. By far the best. It'll get anybody excited to work out. My grandma can pick up a car listening to it. One of my hidden talents is I play piano. I also do a lot of other things. I have several swing dancing trophies. I took ballet in college. And I try to be well-rounded, as ridiculous as that sounds with as obsessively focused on training I am. But yeah, I try. One of the most embarrassing songs, I don't really get embarrassed about the music I listen to, but I guess somebody else would consider embarrassing. I have Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. I think it's a great song. It's really well done. I guess a song that really defines me and what I do the best would be Dear Mr. Fantasy by Steve Winwood, Traffic. It's a great song, and he's talking about a guy who they want to entertain. They want him to entertain them, you know? It's like, take us out of this mood and entertain us. And it breaks the guy's heart and it hurts him to entertain them, but he does it anyways for other people. And that's a lot like what we do. It's stuff, like what we do is painful a lot of times. What we do is pretty brutal, but you know, I consider myself an athlete and an entertainer myself, so it kind of matches well.
That's all for this edition of Player Style Files. If you like what you saw, be sure to check out all of our Player Style Files and pregame playlist only on CBSLocalSports.com. See you next time on Player Style Files for your all-access pass to the top athletes' lives and styles, on and off the field. All right, we're out. Check you next time on Player Style Files.